David, crash course on driving a TR3, as you've probably never driven one in 40 years. Starting the car, ignition on, choke, pull it out, lock it, press the starter, out of gear. Okay. When you want to push your choke in, turn it, push it back in again. I'll turn it off. Oil pressure runs at 60 all the time. Temperature goes up to 185 and then the fan cuts in. It's on a switch, so you'll hear the fan cut in and out at 185. You've got no need to worry about it. The amps stays where it is because it's running on alternator, so you haven't got to worry about that. Fuel gauge, standard fuel gauge. Horn, loud horn, is there. Speedo, we've done 79 mile and it's driving fine. Didn't really have time to do much more, but I'm quite happy now for you to use it. Rev counter is working fine. Over on this side, so you've got your push washers, you've got your fog light for your fog light, you've got overdrive switch. You pull the overdrive when you're in third and fourth. It doesn't work in first and second. You've got your indicators, which flashes there. You just got to remember that when you're driving along, you've got to cancel it. Otherwise you tend to drive along with your indicator still flashing and annoying everybody behind you. So right indicator, nothing, left indicator. That's basically all you need to know here. Heater
switch.
Heater switch is where? Underneath somewhere. It's here. Okay. There's your heater switch. 2-speed. 1, 2. Cut off. Cut off switch, which is where?
I've shown him a picture already.
Okay, but I can't forget.
No.
You just tell me where it is.
It's basically there. You've got the dashboard stabilizer rod.
Oh, yeah.
And if you look in there,
Right,
it's
there
just
it
above.
is. So that cuts it off. That cuts your ignition out completely. As soon as that's off, your ignition light goes out. Always remember to put it on.
Again, I've shown you a picture of it before. There's your cigarette lighter.
Cigarette lighter. Your heater is pretty self-explanatory.
That's about
Right,
it.
that's
in
it
the
for a
cockpit, really.
minute. On your handbrake, on the handbrake on these, I don't know if you know what they're like, but they've got the opposite to a normal handbrake. So you pull it and it goes down. You pull it back on and you push your button down. So it's the opposite. So pull it off, pull it on, like that. I'm not trying to make you be silly, but a lot of people get it wrong. Seat adjustment.
Yeah, go on.
Seat adjustment underneath here, one lever to the right, quite straightforward. Just that and that, no problem. This is your T-bar that undoes everything. It undoes the bonnet and it undoes the spare wheel. I'll put it in there. I'll show you that in a minute.
Side screen catches.
Side screen catches. Just push down into there and then they lock off when they turn up. This key, push down, turn it. That's it. Down again. Pull it up. You've got new rubbers on these, and the rubbers are still quite thick and will reduce down in size, which will make it better after they've been used a bit. Spare wheel is in behind here. You just use your T catch that goes in there, push it in, turn it, push it in, turn it. That front valance comes off, spare wheel and jack are in there. Hopefully you don't need them, but they're in there. To open the bonnet, turn it, turn it. You've got a little lever there. And that goes there. Okay. Right, in here. Just usual maintenance. Obviously radiator's there. Make sure your dash tops, they're full, but they just take normal bit of engine oil in 1,000 mile perhaps. Power, brake fluid and clutch fluid, washer fluid, and engine oil, dipstick. Is there. That's it, that's all you need.
Electronic ignition.
Electronic ignition, don't need to worry about that. Inline fuel filter down there, might be a good idea to, again, change it in another, probably 3,000 mile. Pretty straightforward under here, same as anything else. Shut in the bonnet. New rubber tight. Lock it off, push it down, lock it off, quite straightforward. Put that back in there.
It's actually working, so. Alright, I'm going to show you how to do the hood, David. Pretty straightforward. Jump in a minute. Firstly, put your frame up. You'll notice you've got 2 tabs on either side here. These have got to go all the way to the top and lock off like that. You do that on both sides. Pull it up and lock it off. When it goes tight, you know you've done it properly. Then pull the rest out. The rest folds down. Pretty straightforward. You then got to put the hood on top. When you fold the hood frame, for future reference, tuck it in so that the plastics are going in, so you're not creasing anything, and fold it on top. When you go to fit it, slinger on top. Again, I don't see you doing this very often, but if the day ever arises, you do the front first, where you quite simply have poppers. They just clip on. Push them on, weird and click. You just got to do that all the way along. Right, once all them are on, you go around to the back, where she's still quite tight, being a new hood. Pull it nice and tight, make sure you're central, and then literally stretch her out and pop them on. So do your central ones first. And that's really all there is to it. Ready to go.
Right.
Of course, your side screens will then, slot in once you've got your door shut. Side screens go in, tuck underneath here. But to be perfectly honest, if you ever did want to drive it with the hood up, you don't really need the side screens. The chap who had the MGA from us said he feels a bit claustrophobic and actually preferred driving it with just the hood up and no side screens in.
Right, take all that. Do it from the front there.
Like I said, it's quite a tight fit to start with. You can see us straining a bit, stretching those back ones on. But over time, when the hood's up, you know, it will come off. It is like a bowstring at the moment. All up inside, there's nothing you need to do. And then to take it off, do it in reverse order. Start with the pegs at the back. They obviously come off a lot easier. So undo them all the way around, unclip your front ones, fold it up, put it back in the boot. Once you've taken the hood off, you've got to make sure you fold the frame back down properly. To do that, make sure that these are back down the bottom like that, both sides. And then it's nice and easy to put your hood cover back on.